Taurus, you're seeking, you have an ambitious seeking to try and set in a new pathway for yourself, which will take you into a direction that you have been working on for quite some time. This direction is really entirely up to you. This is for the Taurus collective. Wherever the Taurus is placed in your chart, this is for you. I would advise you to actually go onto a site called astro.com and actually have a look at your chart and make a note of where all the signs are in your chart, and you'll be able to recognize that almost every reading of any sign is really pertaining to the person that is reading, that is connected with the reading themselves. This is the Arcana Veil. Let's have a look for you. We have the 11th house. Friendship, community, friendships, wishes, charities, things that people seek to experience, entrance. You're coming into a new community now. We have the ring. There's a promise to be made. There is a circle of friendship that could begin. The ring is not always necessarily related to something that relates to a promise or a wedding band as such, but the ring in itself is also just a symbol of sealing the deal, is what I'm seeing and hearing for you. You are sealing the deal now to start something up new. You have brand new ambition. You're starting up the entrance pathway. It's there for you to the taking. You're moving rather fast. I can feel that the energy in which I'm reading for you is rather paced. So we will continue to look for you here. It says rest. Rest in the knowing that you have friendships and people around you that will be protecting you, because you place a connection to people in your life as well that are of support to you, who are worthy of you. You don't just ask willy-nilly. The entrance to the Three of Coins, beginning a new business, it's really close to you right now. You have the people that you're going to be doing work with. This is not actually work or business, a company. Achievement is having to have achieved another passage in your life that you have completed, that you have reached to that level of achievement in itself. I'm also hearing that there is, for some of you, connection with your ancient, ancestral, spirited connections that are coming through, that are trying to bring in for you the information that you know that you can actually trust some people. They're not all the people that have gone across your life or have crossed your path in a negative way. Specifically because it says rest in the 11th house. Rest in the knowing that you have friendships, that you are loved by many people, more than you may even think you do. We have the Four of Swords here. So a little bit of conflict here, but also suggesting rest. Again, you are really working maybe overtime here. We have the spirited force of the star energy that is in your nature right now, suggesting that you can actually rest in the accomplishment of your achievements. Take the time to actually stop and realize that. You're being told to rest in two places here. It's prominent when it comes up like that. This for you will be rather a very in-depth reading in terms of the place that you need to find your direction at. Being in constant flux, in motion, does not mean that you have to accomplish it. Every single motion that comes in your life path. Some of these things come apart by the seams, by the weaknesses of certain criteria that are not met. You are particularly specific in who is allowed to approach you and who are not, because you've been hurt a lot. I'm hearing for some of you, you've had a lot of people that broke your trust, and you've just not sat well with them, and they just did not sit well with you. Therefore, you are being reminded that your inner journey is not one that you take lightly. You take this very seriously. because of the nature in which this particular card in the alchemical process suggests that the spirited forces is at work here, meaning you are operating within the highest place within your consciousness in this direction. Let's have a look for you in the underworld or the subconscious. We have the Ten of Wands underneath rest. Again, you can rest in the knowing that you've got these 10 of flaming wands, or things that are taking you in an elevated position to what it is that you seek to have. If it was friendship that you sought, which I can see some of you have wanted to seek, to find the right friend, to find the place to be, it has definitely cost you a lot of Ten of Swords, a lot of mental anguish over who is worthy of your domain within your consciousness and who is not. It has actually created such a conflicting thing here. There's also, unfortunately, the Seven of Swords right underneath the Nine of Cups here. What has been the reason for you to avoid people? Because of the theft of your energy, the theft of your achievements, the theft of taking things away from you. Maybe you thieving from yourself, taking yourself away, sneaking away into positions that you are unaffected, dimming your light down. Why? Because you don't want to draw attention. You don't want to attract attention. If you carry on doing that, it'll become a belief system. It'll become a reality. The ring will seal that deal. So you would need to decide now at this point in time that you slow down all of your focus on things that are making you overthink where you place your energy. So it comes with a little bit of a warning here that you need to slow down and you need to rest. We have the King of Pentacles under the Four of Swords. You're fine. You can afford to take some time out. You can afford to take 4 days off if you wanted to. I'm seeing two cards that came out here. We have the Devil and we have the Ace of Swords. There is a reason for feeling the way that you do. The Devil comes up not as something to give fear or stress for you, but it comes up as a something to take note of, which means the Devil comes up here as a conflicting and an affliction of conflicted thoughts, most likely because of the Ten of Swords here under the Three of Coins, where you are entering into new realities every time. You focus on new ideas, you go into a new pathway. As I said, Taurus is it is a Taurus collective, so Taurus may be very prominent somewhere in your chart. This is for you. It is a timeless reading. The King of Pentacles right next to the Devil here and the Ace of Swords definitely tells you that no, there is no enemy that can actually be any more threatening in any particular form, such as your thoughts that might war against you or be manipulated or used against you to try and attack you in some way, shape or form, because you have the sword here, you have the powerful light of the spirit within you, you have swords there, and you have the King of Pentacles here, which really, what is this dude doing right here in the middle of nowhere? I mean, it is out of its depth in trying to throw you off your path. Perhaps it comes from people that you've trusted before and they've still been attached to your energy. This does feel quite strongly like it could be something like that. But in the whole, if you look at it in a strategic manner in terms of how you think, particularly for someone in this collective, the way that you think is in a strategic manner in which you're able to move along with these things, knowing that there is something that is trying to tangle up your consciousness. It's trying to tangle itself into your energy field because you are trying to run away from things that you feel are trying to take from you. So there's the problem. You may need to do a revocation to break the seal, to break this ring, to break this bond that you have with this idea that you are being tracked here. Does not mean it's not real. It just means that by doing that, you neutralize the frequency from those that are projecting onto you, if they are in fact doing that. By dismissing the nature of the attack itself, you are neutralizing the entire attack over your own life. So this is for someone important. If this has made any sense, please don't hesitate to drop it down below in the comment section. It'd be good to actually see some commentary coming through, even if you just put emojis down. Let's have a look for you on the bridge here. Bridging over this, having a little bit of an overview on the whole situation. Queen of Pentacles. You see, making you want to question even those that are around you. But in a sense, Queen of Pentacles is saying, you've got something to do. You're focusing on putting the work in place here. It could be perhaps something that has taken too much of your time. Maybe you have given too much energy to a job, to a work, to a place. Three of Pentacles over the Three of Coins here. Same thing here, Three of Coins, Three of Pentacles. This very same nexus point here, suggesting that you don't need to be told that you already are aware of what you're doing, that it will be successful. You hear it, you know it. This is the entry point and going in there. But you are being given a heads up that you slow down the process, that you don't overdo this, because you could trip yourself up in a sense. So your horns could get tangled up in certain places that you don't really want your horns to get stuck in, especially because they're so big. You are a very big energy force moving through a process. So you need to be careful how you move through it so that you don't get stuck and trip up in some ways. We have the Ten of Pentacles right over the Nine of Cups here. Despite the thieving of the energy, despite things that are taking from you on an emotional level, to me it suggests that you are more focused on the emotional issues, because on a physical level you know what you're doing. There's nothing that's really concerning you in any way, sense, in any way, particular form. You seem to be approaching it in a very precise, strategic manner here. Over the, look at this one. Okay, and all the cards fall out. See what I mean? That's part of the whole thing. You need to slow down. Ten of Cups here, right over the Devil and the other ones. I'll tell you the cards that were upright, because most of them all were, for interest's sake, was the Death card, the Fool, the Hermit, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the World. So clearly, I will place now that you know that those were all the impacts of the energy that are actually being impacted. If you move too fast, you may lose more than what you've accomplished. Okay? That's just a heads up for you here. So you need to slow down your thoughts, slow down how you approach, do things in a measured way. Don't run off, don't run ahead of yourself, don't overanalyze. Just stay in the present focus of the joy of building your path forward. If you are not in that position and you are someone who is applying that paste space, the star, right over the Devil, in alignment with the Spirit of Light is within you, and giving you the guidance that you know where you're going. Follow that light within you at all times. Trust your insight, trust your higher self, trust your spirit as being the beacon of light that guides you through this process. Taurus, this was your reading. Until next time.